Sup you beautiful people. Hope you've had a fantastic day. Welcome back to another new episode of What If Naruto Had the Omnitrix. Check out the author of the fanfiction, and give them some love, link is in the description. If you guys enjoyed this what if, comment down below and let me know. And go ahead and check out other what ifs in the channel after watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like, and also share this video with your friends. So now let's start this video. One night at Naruto's place, inside his room Naruto was standing up while looking at the Omnitrix. After what his powerless counterpart's twin sister from their world told him, he had started putting her idea about using gray matter to unlock the master control. Okay. After calculating so many possible codes as gray matter, I believe I finally found the key to unlocking the Omnitrix's full power. Here it goes. Naruto began turning the dial of the Omnitrix in a specific code. When he made the last turn to the dial, the watch emitted a green glow that illuminated his room before it stopped. I wonder if it worked. He asked himself before taking a test drive. Goop. He suddenly turned into Goop. Whoa. Goop gasped. Forearms. Goop suddenly changed into forearms. It really worked. Diamond Head. He changed into Diamond Head followed by Heatlist, Grey Matter, Swampfire, Echo, Chromostone, Frankenstrick, Blocks, Feedback, Predalzard, Jazzclips, and just about every other alien minus his giant-sized ones like Humongousaur and way big. He became Naruto again and looked at the Omnitrix. Master control is cool. And now I don't have to worry about the Omnitrix timing out. I can go all my aliens in the span of one battle now. Oh, I better get to bed, tomorrow's a very great day. He headed to bed. Meanwhile in the cave, the apparitions of the Akatsuki members appeared, still no sign of Deidara and Sasori. The leader answered. Nowhere, Pain. Itachi answered. This doesn't make any sense, Kasame began, shinobi don't just vanish into thin air. That's exactly what I heard. Zetsu answered. Pain, what do you suggest we do? Konan asked. We don't have time to keep looking for them. So we must continue to focus on capturing the Jinchuriki. Hidan. Kakuzu. Two of the Akatsuki members looked up, as one of them answered, yes. I'm dispatching you two out. Find me any trace of any Jinchuriki around the ninja land close to you and bring them to us. No problem. We're guaranteed to not fail like those weaklings Sasori and Deidara. The second spoke up. Don't bark before you bite, Hidan. Kakuzu answered. Oh, shut the hell up, Kakuzu. Hidan replied. Enough. Pain broke them up, you're dismissed. The apparitions vanished. The next day at the village gates, Hinata, Akane, and Tenten stood waiting for Naruto who arrived. Morning, girls. He greeted them. Morning, Naruto. Tenten greeted. Come on, let's go pick up Samui and head for the hot springs village. Akane suggested. Allow me to do it, I'll have her back here in no time. Naruto answered, as he changed into XLR8, much to their surprise, be back in a flash. He zipped off. Did he just change without activating the Omnitrix? Hinata asked. That's what I saw. Tenten answered. Me too. Akane agreed. Suddenly XLR8 returned with Samui at his side, and the speed alien became Naruto again. Hi Samui. Hinata greeted her. Hi, girls. I was half expecting all of you to come pick me up. Samui admitted. Well, I spared you all the trouble, now let's get to the hot springs village. Shadow Clone Jutsu. Naruto summoned 3 clones, and each one of them suddenly changed into one of the flying alien types. The real Naruto became Stinkfly, one clone became Big Chill, the second became Jetray, and the last clone became Astrodactyl. Naruto, how did you do that? Akane gasped. Simple, I unlocked the master control. Stinkfly answered. Master control? Samui asked. Big Chill answered, the control code in the Omnitrix that allows the user to switch between any alien at will, and never have to worry about the watch timing out. With that you can turn into more than just a few aliens when in battle. Tenten realized. Or conjure a whole army of your shadow clones, and became an entire battalion of your aliens. Hinata added in amaze. I know. Ben could never have done a thing like that. Jetray chuckled. Come on, let's head out. Astrodactyl suggested, as each of the aliens carried a girl. Stinkfly took Hinata, Big Chill carried Samui, Astrodactyl carried Akane, and Jetray held on to Hinata. The 4 flying aliens took it to the sky and flew off for the hot springs village. Meanwhile, Kakuzu and Hidan were busy trekking along down a forest path, as Hidan spoke, so do we have any idea where to keep an eye out for the Jinchuriki? We go where they have been spotted. Kakuzu answered. Well, that's gonna be a lot of help considering they could show up anywhere. Hidan snapped. Kakuzu just ignored his partner's outburst, before looking up at the sky and suddenly was surprised, look at that. Hidan looked up and saw 4 flying alien species carrying 4 girls above them, so what they're just aliens. This whole ninja land is starting to attract them. Hidan reminded his partner. Those girls they were carrying. 2 of them look exactly like the girls Setsu described who were in Suna the night Deidara, and Sasori attempted to retrieve the Jinchuriki for the Ichibi. Kakuzu explained. So what? Hidan asked, as Kakuzu sighed at his obliviousness. Remember when it was reported another was with them who could change into aliens? It was a boy Naruto who Itachi told us about. What? The Jinchuriki who controls the alien watch the Omnitrix. Exactly. Those 4 aliens must somehow be him, Kakuzu theorized. Well, looks like we found our target. Hidan smirked. Come on, we can't lose their trail, Kakuzu called as he took off in the direction the 4 aliens were flying in. Hey, wait up, Hidan called as he ran after his partner. Elsewhere, the 4 flying aliens and the girls landed at the hot springs village. The 4 aliens became Naruto, and the clones were dispelled. And here we are. Naruto presented the 4 girls. That was a cool fly here, Naruto, Samui admitted. And not just because you were flying with one of my coldest aliens, Naruto joked, and the girls laughed. Oh, I can't wait to try out their baths, Akane said in excitement. Hinata nodded. That's what this village is known for. Well, come on, Tenten said, as the 5 walked on into the village. Sometime later, after settling in at one of the inns, the group was ready to hit the baths. Naruto was inside one that was empty. He relaxed and allowed the water to soothe him. Ah, now this is what I'm talking about. When he heard the door opened, he looked back and gawked, seeing it was the girls holding their towels up to their bodies. Naruto? Akane asked. We didn't know you were in here, Hinata said. Yes, this one is Mix, Samui noted. And we got it all to ourselves, Tenten finished. Lucky us, huh? Naruto asked. Come on, Akane told the girls as they sat their towels to the floor and stepped into the hot spring. They recoiled from the temperature of the water until their bodies got used to the heat. Lovely, Hinata said in relaxation. Just what the doctor ordered, Tenten sighed. If only I could stay in here forever. Samui relaxed. Naruto watched each of the girls relax and thought, I'm so glad Iro-sanin isn't in this village right now. Otherwise my guard would really have to be up if he were peeping at this hot springs. He was brought out of his thoughts as Akane was suddenly sitting at his side with their hips touching. How does it feel, Naruto? She asked. How does what feel? Naruto asked, hoping she wasn't asking what he thought she was. The water, of course. She giggled. Oh, the water. It feels nice. I'm glad. And how does being in here with us make you feel? She asked, while leaning onto his shoulder. It feels great, he answered, seeing she was getting to what he thought she was asking about. We're glad to hear that, Naruto, Hinata said, as she swam over and sat on his other side, while resting her head on his shoulder. Naruto was enjoying the close contact between the girls, especially when Tenten and Samui joined in, and the 4 gathered around him. Careful, girls. Someone else may come in here, he teased them. Oh, let them. The idea of possibly getting caught while engaging in activity like this is kind of thrilling, Tenten said, as she took Naruto's right hand and placed it on her breast. Jackpot, Naruto cheered. Then here's a double bonus, Samui said, as she took his other hand and made him grope her. Naruto was grinning with excitement, while Akane and Hinata pouted, as the alien girl spoke up. No fair, I want Naruto to grope on me. And me too, Hinata argued. As the girls will have to wait, Samui smirked. Not necessarily, Naruto replied, I can fix that. Naruto suddenly changed into Forearms, who wasn't wearing anything due to Naruto being naked. This'll solve it. He used all 4 of his hands to grope all 4 girls at the same time. Though, Naruto remembered to try not to squeeze too hard, Hinata moaned. Hinata's right, Akane moaned, as a tetrament even the tiniest grope could be too much. Don't worry, I won't crush your squeeze bags, he replied, as all 4 girls moaned from the 4-way grope. I can't believe I didn't think of using Forearms 2 sets of limbs like this beforehand. Thank you, Master Control. But their fun was brought to an end as they heard an explosion coming from outside the inn. What's going on? Tenten gasped. Are we under attack? Akane asked in concern. Only one way to find out, Forearms said, as he got out of the bath. The girls gazed in arousal at Forearms' glutes, before remembering there was a situation at hand. Forearms became Naruto again, who grabbed his clothes and got changed, followed by the girls. Once they were all clothed, they exited the inn and saw many civilians running for their lives. Tenten stopped a man. What's going on? 2 men in black cloaks with red clouds are attacking the village, he answered. Black cloaks with red clouds? Hinata asked, as the group answered. Akatsuki. So they made their way through the crowd before peeking around a corner, seeing the 2 members attacking the place. Man, this is shit, Hidan grumbled. I remember back when this village used to be a well-respected lower nation, but now it's nothing but a tourist attraction. Change happens all the time, Hidan, Kakuzu answered. Well, change sucks, Kakuzu. Kakuzu? Hidan. Naruto pondered, before Tenten gasped. I remember those names from the bingo book. What can you remember? Samui asked. Kakuzu is a former shinobi from the Waterfall village who left after murdering the village council. And that happened during the days of the first Hokage. The first? Hinata and Naruto gasped, as Tenten nodded in confirmation. And the Hidan guy? Mikane asked. It's like he said, a former shinobi of this village who left when it deteriorated into a vacation village. Wish we knew more about them. Samui sighed. What do we do? Hinata wondered. We'll need to come up with a foolproof plan, Naruto began. We don't know what these two are really capable of. If we act rash, we may cause more damage than help. The girls nodded as they started formulating a plan. In the hot springs village, Hidan and Kakuzu were continuing to cause chaos as the villagers were taking cover. Yes, feel the wrath of Jashin, Hidan declared as he was wrecking the area. Kakuzu sighed. Enough of your god talk, Hidan. It's annoying. Oh, shut up you heathen. Hidan snapped. Better to be faithful to God than be obsessive over money. Money is everything. Kakuzu replied calmly. Hidan growled at his partner's words until a new voice broke them up. Look at you two bickering like an old couple. They looked and saw Naruto standing before them. Hidan smirked. Well, how about that? The Jinchuriki comes right up to us. You know I came here looking for some downtime, and you two are getting in the way of it. Naruto spoke up. I wouldn't be acting so calm if I were you. Kakuzu warned him. And you shouldn't be so cocky. Naruto smirked as he suddenly vanished in green light. Hey, where'd he go? Hidan asked as they looked around. Suddenly appearing before Hidan was Gosfriak, who screamed like a banshee in front of him as his tentacles waved around wild-like. Hidan shrieked as he jumped back, and Kakuzu noticed the ghost. A ghost. Hidan looked shocked with his eyes widened. Kakuzu, I think I just shit myself. Kakuzu felt repulsed. Gosfriak became Diamond Head and spoke. You ain't dealing with just a Jinchuriki, suckers. He started launching diamond shards at them. Hidan grabbed his side then deflected the incoming projectiles, while Kakuzu performed a technique making his body harden, and the shards didn't graze him. Diamond Head was confused until Kakuzu spoke. Sorry, boy, but you're not the only one capable of protecting himself. Diamond Head groaned before taking a new approach. Alright, but how about this? He changed into Gravitak and used his gravity power on the two, levitating them up and spinning them around. Hey, put me down you little brat. Hidan screamed. Enough of these games. Kakuzu called as he unleashed a fire jutsu at Gravitak. Seeing the fire jutsu aimed right at him, he dodged to avoid getting hit in the core, thus ending his hold on the two Akatsuki members. That was a fire jutsu, he gasped, but you used to come from the waterfall village. How can you know that element where water is a common element there? The water element isn't the only one I'm capable of, boy. Kakuzu answered, before using a lightning jutsu on Naruto. He quickly dodged and transformed into XLR8, lightning 2. Then that jutsu you used to dodge my diamond shards was an earth jutsu. Kakuzu finished. How can one use all 5 elements like that? XLR8 asked in confusion. It's all thanks to a particular technique I learned from the waterfall before I left. A technique that grants me all 4 chakra elements, by taking the hearts of those who has those elements. Hearts? The speed alien gasped. That's right. As of now I have 4 hearts counting my own. And with 5 hearts comes 5 lives. And you can't even kill me, Hidan spoke up. Lord Jashin makes sure I'm eternal. I don't know who that is, but he wouldn't be saving you from me. XLR8 zipped around Hidan to distort him. While Hidan was getting dizzy trying to keep up with him, the speed alien knocked Hidan off his feet and onto the ground. Shit. Hidan cursed, before getting up and saw XLR8 standing before him. I'm right here, come and get me. He beckoned Hidan. Once I have your blood you will feel Jashin's wrath. Hidan swiped his side at XLR8, only for the speedster to transform into goop. Hidan sliced through goop separating his upper and lower halves, much to his confusion. Nice try. Not. Goop gargled, as his 2 halves joined again and transformed into Frankenstrick and shocked Hidan unconsciously. Frankenstrick turned to Kakuzu. Your partner is neutralized. But I won't be. Kakuzu threw off his Akatsuki cloak to reveal 4 face masks on his back. Are those? Frankenstrick began. Yes, these masks represent the stolen hearts I've taken and the elements they represent. Kakuzu said as he was prepared to attack. Now, girls. Frankenstrick called. Dumping in was Samui, who released some metal orbs that released sonic vibrations to distort Kakuzu's senses. As Kakuzu was clutching his head in pain, Tenten jumped in and released her barrage of weapons. Kakuzu, too confused to use his earth technique, was getting pierced by the kunai, shuriken, sickles, and all other bladed weapons she has stored. The cane entered the scene running at Kakuzu on all 4s. My turn. She jumped and delivered a barrage of kicks at Kakuzu, before she punched him in the face, knocking his lower mask off. Kakuzu, regaining his senses, growled, I'll destroy all of you. Not today. Hinata blasted him from behind with mana. Kakuzu cried from the painful impact on his back, and felt 2 of his masks destroyed. He fell face down before getting up. You destroyed my fire and earth hearts. So send the bill. Samui replied. I'll send you to death. Kakuzu was about to attack only to have his whole body bound by mana restraints. Release me. He demanded. Frankenstrick became Naruto and spoke to Hinata. Got a good hold on him. I got him good. She assured. Perfect. Now we got a few questions we want to ask you, Kakuzu. Naruto began. You're not going to find me one to spill secrets. Kakuzu replied. Then I guess we're going to have to beat it out of you. Naruto said, as he was prepared to transform only for Kakuzu to suddenly vanish into thin air, escaping Hinata's monobinds. Where'd he go? Samui asked in confusion. Disappeared. The Kane gasped. Look. Hinata called, as they suddenly saw the unconscious Hidan vanish as well. Both gone. Tenten gasped. Same way as Sasori and Deidara. Naruto added. What does this mean, Naruto? Hinata asked. That it feels like we're doing someone's job for them. He answered suspiciously. Sometime later in Valmark's ship inside the lab quarters, Kilotron had suspended Kakuzu and Hidan in prison bubbles like Deidara and Sasori were in when they were captured. Valmark, Orochimaru, and Kabuto looked up at the two smirking, Kakuzu and Hidan, the famed zombie duo. You two will make excellent additions. Orochimaru chuckled. You better release us or Lord Jashin will smite thee. Hidan screamed. When I get out of here, Orochimaru, your heart will be mine. Kakuzu promised. Valmark spoke, you two won't be going anywhere. You will remain here just like your old partners. He motioned to the dormant Deidara and Sasori. What are you planning on doing to us? Kakuzu demanded. That's for us to know, and you to fins out when it happens. Orochimaru answered. Valmark turned to Kilotron. Do it. As you wish. Kilotron answered, as he activated a control on the panel putting the two into suspended animation like the other two members. Kakuzu and Hidan were then placed into stasis pods right next to Deidara and Sasori. That's 4 members of the Akatsuki down, Lord Orochimaru. Kabuto said. Yes. Soon they will all be under our control. And the ninja land will be ours to take. Orochimaru smirked. And then the world itself. Valmark added. Back in the hot springs village that night, the girls were waiting around in their room, until Naruto returned. How'd your talk with Azmuth go? Hinata asked. Well, I contacted him and told him of what happened. Him and the others are looking into it, but he has the feeling it's Valmark and Orochimaru's doing. Naruto explained. Why would they be targeting the Akatsuki? Tenten asked. Yeah, because this looks like they're just helping us. Samui added. Azmuth knows they're not doing this for us. Rather they're doing it for themselves. Naruto replied. But why? Bakane wondered. I think it has something to do with the whole amalgam thing. Naruto answered. Bakane suddenly remembered, of course. They were capturing innocent lives and planned to make them into amalgams. You think that's their plan for the Akatsuki? It's our best guess. Naruto replied. But that raises another question, Tenten said. Even if they succeeded in mutating the Akatsuki members, they wouldn't obey Orochimaru or Valmark willingly. I guess this means we'll have to keep digging more. Samui said. Let's leave that for another time, Naruto said. We came here to relax, and relaxing is what we're going to do. The girls nodded, as the group stood up and removed their robes and stood before each other in the buff. Naruto held his arms out as Tenten and Hinata wrapped their arms around him, and each kissed him while rubbing their bodies up against his own, which he enjoyed. Naruto felt the two up by their back, until his hands started going down to their butts. The three were getting aroused by close contact, Bakane and Samui were getting anxious for their turn. Soon Tenten and Hinata left Naruto, as the boy turned to the other two, come over here, girls. So Samui and Akane went to Naruto and embraced him, followed up by a kiss each. Suddenly taking Naruto by surprise, Samui shoved him until he landed on top of the mat they would sleep on. Samui? He asked. Let's get real here. Samui said as she got down on Naruto and took his left hand, making him grope her breast. Not wanting to waste time, Naruto asked in surprise, until Akane took his free hand, making him grope her as well. We just don't want to lose our mood in case something happens, Akane answered. Samui moaned from Naruto's grope. Oh, yes. As always, being touched by you like this feels better than when I do it to myself. I know, Akane agreed. Hinata and Tenten were in shock and jealous that they did a bolder move before them, and quickly ran over and got in on the action, with Tenten going down to Naruto's length and started massaging it. We're not going to get outdone by you two. The bun-haired girl began. Naruto panted from the sudden massage to his manhood, until he saw Hinata above him well on her knees. We can be just as bold. She then lowered herself so her breasts were smothering Naruto's face. As Naruto was getting smothered, he thought, now this is perfect. Just like the time at the beach. Gotta make the best of it. He started motorboating Hinata's breasts as the Hyuga girl giggled from the feeling. Outside, the inward moans and pants of intense pleasure could be heard, and the five had the best night they could ask for. At Konoha Plumber's HQ, Azmuth was inside his secret room before a monitor that displayed Itachi on it. So Kakuzu and Hidan have been captured too? Itachi asked. That's right, Azmuth confirmed. If this keeps up, all of the Akatsuki will be abducted, including you. I know. I think the time has come for me to finally pull out, Itachi said. Before you do though, you still have loose ends to tie up. Azmuth reminded him. Yes. I just pray the end results will work in both our favors. Mine and Sasuke's. For both the sake of your family name and the village, let's hope so. Azmuth prayed as they ended their transmission. One night out in the woods far from Konoha, Itachi was inside a shed looking into a comlink. He was speaking to Azmuth. I'm going to it tomorrow, Azmuth. I certainly hope you know what you're doing, Itachi. Azmuth warned him. I do too, Itachi admitted, until he heard footsteps. Someone's coming. I got to go. He ended transmission and pocketed the comlink. Itachi, you done in there? Kasame's voice came from outside the shed. Let's hurry and get something to eat. Coming, Kasame. Itachi called, before getting himself together and left the shed. The next morning in Konoha, Naruto and Sasuke were walking through the village. I tell ya, Sasuke, with the master control at my disposal, I'm feeling pretty good now. At least you won't have to worry about timing out, especially if we need the assistance of a certain alien. Sasuke replied, until the two stopped and saw blocking their path down the road was Danzo Shimura. The two felt edgy, as the old man spoke. Good morning, boys. Good morning. Naruto replied, before thinking, Danzo Shimura, Jiji's old friend who spent half his life vying for the position of Hokage. Sasuke, who was thinking the same thing about Danzo, thought to himself, rumor has it, he's been accused of several shady stunts behind the back of the Hokage and rest of the council. It's nice to see two of Konoha's brightest shinobi of this new generation looking well. Danzo continued to be nice. Thanks, I guess. Sasuke replied. Danzo turned to Naruto. Naruto, how's the Omnitrix treating you these days? The watch. It's all good. Nothing wrong with it, if that's what you mean. I'm glad to hear it. I also heard you unlocked the master control program for it. The old man continued, much to the shock of the boys. How did you know that? Naruto wondered. Gossip spreads easily. Naruto scowled and thought to himself, this was no gossip talk. It really must also be a burden having all that power to yourself. Danzo squinted his eye at Naruto. Naruto, sensing Danzo's shift in attitude, spoke, the burden's not having the power. It's the attraction from all the creeps out there wanting to use it for their own selfish reasons. He scowled. I see, Danzo replied. Well, good day to the both of you. He walked on. The two looked back as Danzo left. That guy gives me the creeps. Sasuke replied. Me too, Naruto agreed. Jiji told me of him various times. Danzo may be of the council, but sometimes the stuff he suggests and ideas he formulates are too drastic and risky, even for our village's standards. You got the feeling it's not a coincidence he just showed up? Sasuke wondered. I do. You got the feeling too? Naruto asked, as Sasuke nodded. Suddenly Naruto's comlink went off, and he answered it. Naruto to Azmuth, what's up? Naruto, I need both you and Sasuke at Plumber's HQ ASAP. Azmuth instructed. We're on it. Sasuke answered, as the two hurried to Plumber's HQ. When the two arrived at HQ, they walked up to Azmuth, Minato, Kushina, Mikoto, and Hiruzen. We made it. Naruto spoke. What's the situation? Sasuke asked. We picked up an emergency signal from one of our plumber's badges in Kusa. Minato explained. We have this feeling one of our operatives might have been ambushed by an enemy. Kushina feared. We want you boys to check it out and report back if you find anything. Azmuth ordered. Yes sir. Sasuke confirmed. We'll get right on it. Naruto added, as the two hurried off. When the two were gone, the adults let out a sigh. Well, this is it. Minato said. I know. Hiruzen agreed. Kushina noticed Mikoto trembling in worry. Mikoto. The Uchiha woman turned to her red-haired friend. Oh, Kushina. I'm so worried. I know, Mikoto. I am too. Kushina replied, as she comforted her friend. Later, Naruto and Sasuke were flying the sky on their plumber cycles. Sasuke was checking his bike scanner. Naruto, we're approaching the coordinates. Then let's take it down. Naruto ordered, as they flew downward before landing on the ground in a forest. After dismounting their bikes, Naruto used his comlink to track the signals this way. He pointed in the direction and followed it, while Sasuke set up the cloaking field around their cycles before running after Naruto. They ran through the forest before stopping in a clearing. This is where the signal ends. Naruto spoke. Sasuke looked around before hearing a beeping sound. He looked behind a tree and saw a plumber's badge giving off the signal. Here's the beacon, but where's the owner of this badge? Naruto started getting a bad feeling about this, and suddenly realized they were being watched. Sasuke hit the dirt. Sasuke, hearing his friend's words, hit the ground before both he and Naruto were hit by a water shark projectile. The jutsu collided with the tree, making the tree fall over, and water was sent everywhere. Close one. Naruto gasped, until the boys saw Kasame approaching with Samehada resting on his shoulder. Sorry for the inconvenience, boys. Kasame chuckled. Kasame Hashigaki. Naruto frowned. Sasuke frowned at the former Miss Swordsman as well. You're Itachi's partner. Indeed I am. Kasame confirmed. Why are you here? Naruto demanded. This was all a ploy to lure you out. Kasame answered. A ploy? Sasuke asked on confusion. Yes. Itachi managed to swipe a Palmer's badge off an operative who was out on a mission, and used it to lure you here, the shark man explained, although he seemed awfully confident that it would be the both of you who would answer the call. But no matter, point is we have the both of you where we want you. Sasuke looked around. Where is Itachi? He wishes to have a private audience with you, Sasuke. You can find him in the cave outside the forest. Kasame stepped aside, giving him a chance. Sasuke looked ready to go, only for Naruto to speak up. Don't do it, Sasuke. He's just luring you into a trap. Maybe so, but this could be the moment I've been waiting for. Now's the time I finally restore order to the Uchiha name by ridding the world of the one who betrayed our clan. Sasuke answered seriously. Naruto, seeing Sasuke made up his mind, knew there was no way he could change it. Very well, but be careful. Same to you. Sasuke replied, before running past Kasame and followed the trail through the forest. Now it's just you and me, boy. Kasame chuckled at Naruto. Fine by me. I was itching to get a workout in today. Naruto smirked, as he held up his wrist with the Omnitrix. It's hero time. He transformed. Meanwhile, Sasuke had ran to the edge of the forest and found a cave at the end. He glared at the entryway and spoke to himself. Here I come, Itachi. He proceeded into the cave while keeping a close eye out for any booby traps. He reached the end of the cave tunnel before finding himself inside a cavern. Sasuke looked around cautiously until he heard a familiar voice. Well, you came after all, Sasuke. Sasuke spun around, looking at every corner of the cave chamber. Itachi, show yourself, he shouted. Abiding to Sasuke's demand, Itachi walked out from behind a stalagmite. Here I am, he presented himself, as Sasuke frowned at him. I half expected you to come running at me blindly while screaming like an idiot. Sasuke got into his stance. I'm not like how I was 3 years ago, Itachi. I've grown stronger and faster than I was back then. And this time I am more than ready for you. We shall see. Itachi answered, as he revealed his Sharingan. Prepare yourself, Sasuke. For this will be our final battle. Uchiha versus Uchiha. Brother versus brother. And only one of us will walk away alive. Sasuke activated his own Sharingan. Itachi beckoned him. Come at me, Sasuke. Sasuke, obliging to Itachi's words, ran at Itachi, who also ran at his younger brother, looking about ready to collide. Sasuke and Itachi were squaring off against one another inside the cave, with neither one holding back. Itachi was using a kunai to block against Sasuke's sword strikes, as the older one spoke. Very impressive swordsman skills, Sasuke. It's certainly your style. A better style than yours of killing off one's entire family. Sasuke frowned. Itachi said nothing, but instead activated his Sharingan and burst into crows, Genjutsu. Sasuke gasped, as he suddenly found himself surrounded by swarms of crows as Itachi's voice echoed around. It doesn't matter how long you've had to train since last time, because no matter what you'll always be the weak one. Sasuke scowled, but knew better than to let his brother's words get to him. That's where you're wrong. He activated his own Sharingan. Suddenly Itachi found his Genjutsu was reversed, and he was the one surrounded by swarming crows with Sasuke's voice echoing around. What do you think, brother? Reversing my own Genjutsu with your own Sharingan, Itachi gasped, before smirking. Good play, Sasuke. But it's not over yet. He used his Sharingan to end his jutsu, and the two resumed. Sasuke generated a Chidori in hand before launching it like needles. Chidori Senden. Itachi ran around the ground and up the walls, dodging the electrical needles, while thinking, I wonder how Kasame is doing. Back with Naruto and Kasame, the Omnitrix wielder had transformed into Diamond Head, and was launching diamond shards at Kasame, who was deflecting them with Samehada. Your projectiles are powerless against Samehada. Kasame mocked. Then how's it against this? Diamond Head asked before shifting into upgrade to convert it into battle mode, and began blasting at Kasame with its blasters. This time, however, Kasame wasn't able to block all the laser shots, and growled from the hits. I will not be outdone by a brat. He started forming hand signs and launched a water shark projectile at him. Upgrade, seeing this, changed into Artiguana and used his breath to freeze the projectile into a missile of ice. He quickly changed into XLR8 and sped out of the way before the projectile shattered into ice shards. Nice. XLR8 smirked. I'm not through with you yet. Kasame called, as he went to attack the speed alien that kept dodging. You can't outrun me forever. Hello, speed alien. I kinda can. But I wouldn't get anywhere if I do. So, XLR8 changed into firearms and delivered a double pound to Kasame, making him crash into a tree. I sure hope Sasuke's okay. Firearms thought. Back with the brothers, Itachi and Sasuke were releasing a barrage of fire jutsu on each other, with the other dodging. I don't understand you, Itachi, Sasuke began. You had everything. Friends, admirers, admiration, mom and dad's love. Stuff that I had wanted more than anything. And you threw it all away. I had to make a sacrifice for the greater good. Itachi answered. Greater good? What do you mean by that? Defeat me, and maybe I'll tell you. Itachi challenged him. Sasuke frowned, as he fought Itachi hand to hand. The younger brother spoke. How do you like this? I've been training at the Konoha plumber's base in better taijutsu and other hand-to-hand combat styles. Itachi thought to himself, indeed you have. I remember when I first learned them. Sasuke managed to find an opening and punched Itachi, making him roll across the ground. I'm not going to stop until you fall at my hands. Sasuke promised. Itachi laughed. You really think you can accomplish that? Brother, you have no idea the extent of my powers. So allow me to show you what I am capable of. He activated his Mingekyo Sharingan, taking Sasuke by surprise. Oh, boy. He prepared himself. You've had a taste of Tsukiyomi, now prepare to feel the burn of Amaterasu. He started shooting black fire at Sasuke, who jumped aside and continued to avoid the black fireballs. If that fire touches me, there's no chance of putting it out, Sasuke thought, as he used his speed. He started hand signs and launched big dragon head-shaped fireballs at Itachi, which missed and ended up blasting a hole in the cave leading to outside. With Naruto and Kasame, the two saw the explosion in the distance. Kasame smirked. Looks like the battle between the brothers is really heating up. Sasuke, Naruto called, as attempted to get past Kasame, who blocked him. I'm not through with you yet. Water style, great exploding water collision waves. He spat up an enormous amount of water that started taking the form of a giant dome of water, trapping both Naruto and Kasame inside. Naruto quickly transformed into Ripjaws. Sorry, Kasame, but I got a friend here who excels in water. And is a faster swimmer. Oh, you think so do you? Well, let's see if he can match my speed when me and my blade truly work together. Kasame replied. Ripjaws was confused. Say what? Suddenly Kasame and Samehada started merging together, making Kasame look even more shark-like than he already was. His new form was much bigger, resulting in his Akatsuki cloak shattering. The sight of the new Kasame made Ripjaws look repulsed. That is nasty. Now let's see who's the fastest swimmer. Kasame challenged, as he swam right for Ripjaws with the speed of a shark. Ripjaws quickly started swimming away while Kasame swam after him. As Ripjaws swam, he thought, Ripjaws may be one of the fastest swimming aliens, but that guy's practically on my tail. Looks like it's time I take this up a notch. Ripjaws swam downward and swam back the way he was coming, with Kasame following in hot pursuit. I got you now. Kasame laughed, until Ripjaws spun around and suddenly changed. He has shifted into his Bijuu Chakra mode, with the black seal markings appearing all over his body. This mode changed to Kasame by surprise. Hey, what is this? Surprise. Ripjaws unleashed a chakra arm from his body and gripped Shark Kasame, squeezing him. Kasame struggled to break free, while also trying to absorb the chakra, but Samehada was too scared to try and assimilate it. As one of Ripjaw's chakra arms held Kasame in place, another chakra arm was conjuring a giant Rasengan. Ironic, isn't it? The shark is one of the most carnivorous creatures of the sea. But now it is the shark that becomes the prey. He used his chakra arm to thrust the jutsu right at Kasame, Idama Rasengan. The jutsu slammed into Kasame, sending him flying through the bubble of water, knocking him outside it. Without Kasame inside to maintain the jutsu, the entire dome burst into water. Ripjaws quickly shifted into Stinkfly and flew down to where Kasame was flown into. He landed on the ground, seeing Kasame crashed into the ground looking all beaten up. Stinkfly changed back into Naruto, who stood in Bijuu Chakra mode. You lost, Kasame. And if I'm correct, you're about to vanish from my sight. What do you mean by? Kasame asked, before getting cut off as he was beamed up. Told ya, Naruto said, before looking back in the direction Sasuke took off in. Sasuke. He changed into XLR8 and took off. Meanwhile, outside the cave, both Sasuke and Itachi stood on opposite ends looking worn out. Itachi panted, I'll admit, Sasuke, I didn't think you'd last this long against me. Well, I did. And now I'm going to end you and restore honor to the Uchiha name. Sasuke promised. Honor? Itachi laughed, confusing his brother. Our clan had no honor. What did you say? All these years and all this time you think you know everything, but you couldn't be further from the truth. Itachi continued. Shut up. Sasuke growled, as he was ready to strike until XLR8 zipped in and became Naruto. Sasuke. Naruto, are you okay? He asked. I'm fine. You? I'm okay. But I was just about to finish Itachi off. Don't be so certain, Sasuke. Itachi replied. He's right, Sasuke. Kasame vanished right when I had him. So without a doubt he's gonna get abducted. Naruto added. Not before I end him. Sasuke called, as he was about for fire a Chidori spear form his hand, only for a force field to surround Itachi, much to their confusion. What's going on? Naruto gasped. A force field? Sasuke asked in confusion. I am now protected from being beamed up to Valmark's ship. Itachi explained, much to their confusion. Up in Valmark's ship, the warlord and Orochimaru were speaking to Killatron, while Kasame was behind them already in suspended animation. What's going on? Orochimaru demanded. Why hasn't Itachi been beamed up? Valmark put in. Something's interfering with the system, Killatron began. It's like Itachi's being shielded from our transporter. Shielded? That can't be. Orochimaru growled. What now? Kabuto asked. Orochimaru turned to the Sound Five. You five get down there and bring Itachi to us. Yes, Lord Orochimaru. The five answered before being beamed down to earth. Back at the scene, Naruto and Sasuke were about to question Itachi some more until the Sound Five appeared. Surprise, Seiken called. Naruto groaned, you of all times. We're here to bring Itachi to our master. Kamimuro began. Get in line. Sasuke stood ready beside Naruto. Attack. Kitamura called, as the five were about to strike only to be swatted away by a red spectral skeletal arm. The two Konoha shinobi looked back seeing the arm was radiating from Itachi's body with the ripset surrounding him. What is that? Naruto gasped. That's the Susanoo, or part of it. Sasuke answered. Susanoo? Naruto asked. It's one of the three most powerful abilities of the Mangekyo Sharingan, he explained, while pondering, why hasn't he used it on me during our fight right from the start? Teiwaya, stop them. Kamimura ordered. Teiwaya started unleashing her sonic scream, only for Naruto to transform into Echo to counter her sonic scream with his. Both of them ended up knocking each other off their feet, with Naruto changing back. Before more could be down, Itachi's Susanoo manifested in a full skeletal form that surrounded Naruto and Sasuke. Hey, what are you doing? Sasuke asked his brother. Saving our lives, Itachi answered, before speaking into a comlink. Azmuth, get us out of here. Azmuth? The two younger shinobi asked in shock, before the three of them were teleported off. The Sound Five looked around seeing no sign of them. They're gone. Jirobo said. But how? Kitamura asked while looking around. Well, this sucks. Teiwaya crossed her arms. Up in Valmark's ship, Orochimaru and Valmark, who had watched the scene play out, were speechless, until Orochimaru growled, damn you, Itachi. Meanwhile Itachi, Sasuke, and Naruto suddenly found themselves back at Konoha's Plumber HQ, along with Naruto and Sasuke's Plumber cycles parked. What's going on? Why are we back here? Naruto looked around. Itachi, what kind of trick is this? Sasuke demanded answers. There's no trick to this. Came Azmuth's voice, as the Galvan leader hovered by on his platform, along with Minato, Kushina, Mikoto, Tsunade, Shizune, and Hiruzen. Dad. Basan. Naruto asked. Why did you bring all three of us here? Sasuke inquired. All will be explained, but right now Itachi needs to be looked at. Hiruzen began. Looked at Naruto and Sasuke asked in shock. You expect us to help this murderer? Sasuke shouted. Mikoto went to her son, Sasuke, calm down. I promise you all will be explained. But for now you have to trust us. Sasuke, noticing the seriousness in his mother's voice, knew something was definitely up. Whenever she was in a serious mood it was always important. Judging his instincts, he trusted his mother, as he watched Itachi get picked up by some plumbers to be brought to the medic ward. Soon the group was waiting outside the med ward, until Itachi stepped out, no longer wearing his Akatsuki cloak. Itachi, how do you feel? Hiruzen inquired. I feel good as new, Sandaime-sama. He answered. Good to know, Naruto began with a smile, and now if I may ask, what the hell's going on here? Naruto, inside voice. Kushina bonked her son's head. All will be explained, please follow us. Minato began, as the group went inside a private room that closed as soon as they were all inside. Alright, talk. Sasuke ordered while keeping his hateful glare at Itachi. Yeah, why is this traitorous dog being helped by us after what he did? Naruto added. Mikoto spoke, boys, while it's true Itachi murdered the Uchiha, the fact is he didn't do it to test his strength. What? Sasuke asked. The truth is, Itachi did it to prevent an all-out invasion on the village. Minato explained. Dad, you're not making any sense here. Naruto said. I didn't believe it either until a few days ago when Hiruzen told us the truth. His dad replied. What is this truth? Sasuke asked, as his patience was wearing thin. Azmuth spoke up, the truth of the matter is, your family the Uchiha were planning to launch a full-scale attack on Konoha. Both boys were in shock. What? Naruto gasped. You lie. Sasuke accused. It's the truth. Mikoto answered. Mom? Sasuke gasped. The Uchiha were planning to attack the village. His mom confirmed. Why? Naruto asked. To understand you need to know the full history behind the Uchiha clan. Hiruzen began, as you have learned through history, Konoha was founded many decades ago by two of the most powerful clans the world has known, the Senju and the Uchiha. The two leaders at the time were the first Hokage Hashirama of the Senju clan, and Madara of the Uchiha clan. Originally the two clans feuded for many years, until finally they came to a truce and formed this village. However, when Hashirama was chosen to be village leader over Madara, the Uchiha leader felt as if he was trying to dominate both him and his clan. Unable to persuade his clan to join him, he left the village, but would return to fight Hashirama in what you know as the Valley of the End. Whoa? Naruto gasped. We thought once the battle between the two concluded with Hashirama, victorious things would be at peace, but they were not, Hiruzen continued. My former sensei, Tobirama the Nidaime Hokage, was wary of the Uchiha, and believed they could not be fully committed to the village's best interests. To that end he created the Konoha military police force which he left the Uchiha in charge of. It was meant to serve as a sign of good faith, but many Uchiha treated it as if the village was excluding them from Konoha's affairs. Why would they think that? Sasuke asked. Yeah, I mean they were the police force. How can you take that as an insult? Naruto wondered. Azmuth explained, those who crack down on the law tend to be easily disliked. The more authority a certain group has, the more conceited it can get. So then how come the plumbers aren't like that? Sasuke asked. This is all due to a curse possessed by the Uchiha. Mikoto explained. Curse? Naruto asked. I shall get to that, Hiruzen replied, and continued. Things have been steadily balanced between the Uchiha and the rest of the village, up until 16 years ago when Kurama attacked the village. The truth is Kurama was released onto the village and manipulated into attacking, resulting in the ceiling you all know. Manipulated? Sasuke asked. That's right. Aside from the Shodaryume's wood elements that could suppress and restrain a Biju, the other that could perform such a task would be the Sharingan. Azmuth put in, and accusations were also placed heavily on the Uchiha, due to the fact Madara proved he could control Kurama with his own Sharingan when he fought Hashirama. Since that day many shinobi in the village began to doubt the Uchiha clan even more. The Sandaime pressed on. Because of this the Uchiha were falling victim to their curse. What is this curse? The curse of hatred, Mikoto explained. Our clan members even from long ago have been greatly devoted to love and friendship, and yet they concealed their affection. When a member loses the object of their affection from family, friend, or anything, the love is molded into hatred, leaving them driven to do everything in their power to achieve their goals and show their own superiority, no matter what the costs or consequences. That is what happens before an Uchiha awakens their Sharingan. Because of this, the Uchiha, feeling they were mistreated by the Senju as Madara warned them, had planned to launch a coup against the village and take it over. Minato explained. Hiruzen spoke. I called upon Itachi here who was never smitten or corrupted by clan names or anything, but was a truly devoted shinobi and plumber to spy on the Uchiha, while pretending to spy on the village for the Uchiha. I had tried multiple times to negotiate peace, but my efforts were ineffective. It was clear that peace was no longer an option between the Uchiha and the village. And as a desperate move, Itachi was tasked to put down all in his clan. Except for you Sasuke, and your mother. Mom? So then you? Sasuke asked her. Yes. I was also briefed on what was going on, and Itachi managed to replace me with that Leopan to pose as me. I know this is hard to believe Sasuke, but Itachi spared the village and you from experiencing a slaughter worse than what you witnessed. No, this can't be. It's all some kind of trick. Sasuke shouted. Sasuke, look into my eyes, Itachi ordered, my real eyes. Shishogi deactivated his Sharingan. Look and you will see the truth. Sasuke looked deep into Itachi's eyes, at first feeling nothing until he looked closer and saw the eyes he knew since he was very young. The eyes of his loving and caring brother that was always there for him before the events of the massacre. He saw that he truly wasn't the cold emotionless brother he made himself out to be, and that everything he was told was the truth. Itachi, you were. Yes Sasuke. I did it to protect you. All Sasuke's hatred and rage towards his brother had suddenly been extinguished and replaced with sadness and pain. He ran to his brother and embraced him. Itachi. He cried. Itachi embraced him. I know, Sasuke. I know. Mikoto joined the embrace and cried a little herself. Oh, my sweet boys. I've waited years to see you two together again. Naruto, Kushina, and Minato smiled seeing the three together again, until Naruto spoke. Wait a minute, why did Itachi become part of Akatsuki after that? Sasuke was curious too. As Itachi spoke, the rumors of the organization Akatsuki were only brief, but had to be looked into. After I betrayed the village I went and joined the organization to keep an eye on it, as well as keep tabs on Orochimaru who at the time was part of it. So that distress signal that called us out there? Naruto asked. Was my doing. I used my own plumber's comlink to send the signal. I wanted us to have one final battle, Sasuke, so I could see if you truly were strong enough to defeat me and restore honor to our clan. Sasuke sighed. Well, I failed in that. I didn't defeat you thanks to the Sound 5. Don't be so sure, Sasuke, Itachi replied. Even though I had Susanoo, it takes a lot of chakra and focus to use it. Because I've used my Mingekyo for the last number of years, my eyes have been losing vision as it is the price of such power. But thanks to the technology of Galvan the scientists have restored my eyes, allowing me to see much clearer again. So you were part of the plumbers outside being a shinobi? Naruto inquired. Indeed. That's how I was able to determine you turned into an alien the first time me and Kasame went to capture you. Speaking of Kasame, you realize he's been captured just like the rest of the Akatsuki? Naruto reminded him. Yes. I'm lucky I was wearing a Galvan belt which shielded me from Valmark's particle transporter. Itachi said in relief, before looking serious, but now that I've done this I have betrayed the Akatsuki as well. Which is why we're assigning you as a full-time plumber here at the base. Minato said. I hope that's not a problem. Azmuth said. Itachi smiled, not at all, but I should warn you that there are still devils inside the walls of the village. Devils? Kushina asked. Itachi nodded, yes. You know I am talking about one Danzo Shimura. Ears inside knowing it was true, as Naruto and Sasuke were confused. Danzo. What's he got to do with this? Sasuke asked. Ears looked to him. I'm ashamed to admit, but Danzo was the one who first brought up the idea of murdering the Uchiha to preserve peace. What? Sasuke shouted. So it was true about him using underhanded methods and tactics behind others' backs. Naruto frowned. In fact, he was talking to me and Sasuke earlier today. He what? Minato asked, as Kushina was concerned. He first somehow knew that I unlocked the master control of the Omnitrix, which I said nothing to anyone other than my friends and such. And he mentioned to me about having the Omnitrix and all his power must be a burden. You don't think he was trying to toy with my head, do you? More like trying to recruit you into his supposed disbanded group of Onbu in the Foundation. Hiruzen replied. Foundation? Naruto asked. Yes. A secondary group of Onbu whose sole purpose is to carry out missions by order of Danzo. Missions he felt would benefit Konoha. However, these missions they were sent on were always top secret. So top secret I wasn't always aware of. The missions Danzo sent them out on were always carried out in the dark without Konoha's authority. I'd even have reason to believe he was also secretly encouraging the Uchiha form the Shadows to go through with their plan of a coup. I had ordered the disbandment of the group after the Uchiha clan was killed. But I know Danzo has continued to pull strings behind my back. But without proof or proper evidence I cannot convict him of treason. Sasuke frowned. Before speaking, I will end him. They all owe to Sasuke. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day I will end Danzo for what he brought upon the village and the Uchiha. I don't care what it takes, I will find evidence to prove his vile acts. Sasuke. Naruto gasped. Sasuke turned to his friend. Naruto, will you help me in trying to expose him? Naruto saw how serious his friend was about this, but answered, I will not allow such a man to exist in our village. If I aim to be Hokage, I don't want someone as shady and manipulating lose in our village. Yes, I will help you. Sasuke smiled, until Tsunade spoke up, alright, you two, back it up. I don't want you two to start doing anything risky behind my back. Or mine. Azmuth added. They're right, Minato put in, don't let Danzo become your new sole focus. Especially you, Sasuke. Danzo will get his payback. But until then you must remember where your loyalties reside. Itachi finished. Sasuke nodded, you're right. The village is my home. And you're my new family. I wouldn't let anyone take that away from me. The group smiled, as Naruto thought, Valmark, Orochimaru, what's left of the Akatsuki, and now Danzo. I'll make sure all of them will never harm or endanger our ninja world again. Meanwhile in Namagakure inside a tower, Pain and Konan waited until Zetsu emerged from the ground. Kasame and Itachi are gone. Like all the others. Zetsu explained. Damn it. Pain growled. What now? Konan asked. Orochimaru and that alien ally of his have stood in our way long enough. Konan, Zetsu, forget the tailed beasts. We will be going after Orochimaru and all those associated with him. He is the true embodiment of evil. Nagato. Konan gasped. Ooh, sounds like fun. Zetsu chuckled. Thanks for listening. I do hope you enjoyed. If you want the next part of this video, like, subscribe and comment down below, and turn on the bell notification. And also check out other videos that I have created and enjoy. See you in the next video. Peace.